Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly build wealth while others constantly struggle? No matter how hard they work, it all comes down to beliefs, especially about money. Today, we're diving into the wisdom of Jim Rohn and exploring the three critical money beliefs he insisted you absolutely must adopt if you want to achieve lasting financial freedom. The third belief is especially powerful, but here's the twist. It completely contradicts what most people have been taught about money. Stick around because mastering these beliefs can literally change your life. The first money belief Jim Rohn stressed is incredibly simple, yet most people get it entirely wrong. Money is a tool, not a goal. Think about that for a moment. How many times have you heard people say their goal is to make $1 million? It sounds impressive, right? But here's the thing. Rohn taught that money itself isn't what you truly want. What you're really after is the freedom and choices money brings. So why does this distinction matter so much? Because when you see money purely as a goal, you're chasing something external and elusive. You're trapped in a constant loop of dissatisfaction, always wanting more. But when you view money as a tool, your entire mindset shifts. You become strategic, intentional, and empowered. You start making decisions based on long-term value, not short-term gains. Instead of just wanting more money, you learn to use money wisely to create the life you genuinely want. But here's an intriguing question. If money is just a tool, why do most wealthy people still strive for more? Well, that brings us to Jim Rohn's second critical money belief. Wealth is a reflection of value. This might be the single most misunderstood concept when it comes to building wealth. Rohn famously said, "We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace." Now, this doesn't simply mean hard work. We all know plenty of people who work incredibly hard, yet remain stuck financially. So what's the missing piece? The secret lies in understanding exactly what kind of value you bring. Here's a simple yet life-changing insight. If you want more money, you must increase your value. That could mean mastering a rare skill, solving bigger problems, or reaching more people. The size of your bank account will always mirror the amount of value you provide. It's not about how many hours you work, it's about how impactful those hours are. Ask yourself honestly, are you truly bringing your maximum value to the marketplace? Or are you settling for less? Now here's something even more intriguing. Even when people grasp this concept, why do they still struggle to become wealthy? Jim Rohn identified a hidden block that most people never address. A subconscious barrier deeply ingrained since childhood. I'll share exactly what this barrier is in a moment, because overcoming it can unlock financial success faster than any other tactic you've tried. But before we uncover that, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Walt, and I've spent years studying how mindset shapes wealth. I've personally witnessed these principles transform countless lives, including my own. So back to this subconscious barrier. Have you ever noticed how many people secretly feel guilty or uncomfortable about becoming wealthy? Deep down, they believe money is scarce or even morally questionable. Rohn pointed out that if you hold these negative beliefs, your mind will subtly sabotage your efforts to accumulate wealth. The solution? You must consciously replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones. But how exactly do you do that? Jim Rohn recommended a deceptively simple exercise that reprograms your subconscious mind to attract abundance instead of repelling it. It's shockingly effective, yet virtually unknown to most people. I'll break down precisely what this exercise involves shortly, and trust me, you won't believe how quickly it can shift your financial trajectory. But before we dive into that powerful technique, let me ask you a critical question. Do you truly believe you deserve to be wealthy? Your honest answer to this question is the real key that will determine your financial future. Because as Jim Rohn said, your income rarely exceeds your personal development. So how do you develop yourself into someone who genuinely attracts wealth? There's one fundamental practice Rohn insisted on that separates millionaires from everyone else. I'll reveal exactly what that practice is in the second half of this video, and spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with budgeting or investing in stocks. Curious to find out what it is? Stay with me, because implementing this practice can propel you to levels of financial freedom you've only dreamed about. Jim Rohn often emphasized one critical habit that every millionaire quietly masters: Yet most people never consider intentional growth. Now, before you think that's just another motivational cliche, let me explain exactly why this principle that is so transformative. Intentional growth means deliberately investing time, energy, and resources into your personal development, not sporadically but consistently. Rohn famously said, "Formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune." But here's the surprising part. Intentional growth that isn't just about reading books or attending seminars. It's about something much deeper. It's about consistently challenging your limiting beliefs, acquiring new skills, and most importantly, surrounding yourself with people who elevate your mindset. Rohn had a powerful insight. Your income is the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that for a second. Who are you spending your time with right now? Are they people who inspire, motivate, and push you to achieve more? Or do they drain your energy and reinforce your doubts? If you're serious about adopting these critical money beliefs, choosing your circle intentionally isn't optional, it's mandatory. Now let's go back to the subconscious barrier we talked about earlier, the hidden reason most people sabotage their financial success. Jim Rohn recommended a simple yet incredibly effective practice to overcome this: daily affirmations combined with visualization. Before you dismiss affirmations as too simplistic, consider this. Elite athletes, top performers, and millionaire entrepreneurs swear by this practice. Why? Because your subconscious mind believes whatever you repeatedly tell it. Imagine starting each day by affirming your new empowering beliefs about money, seeing yourself confidently handling wealth, experiencing financial freedom, and creating massive value. The more vivid and consistent your visualizations, the faster your subconscious will align with these new beliefs. Suddenly, your behaviors, decisions, and opportunities shift dramatically. You stop holding yourself back and start naturally attracting abundance. But what if you've tried affirmations before and haven't seen results? Here's a critical detail most people overlook. Affirmations must be coupled with aligned action. Rohn explained this brilliantly. It's not enough to think differently. You must also act differently. Every affirmation should inspire you to take immediate, practical steps toward your financial goals. Whether that's investing in a new skill, networking with successful people, or starting a new project, aligned action is the catalyst that transforms affirmations from mere words into tangible results. There's one more powerful strategy Jim Rohn taught that dramatically accelerates your financial success: leveraging failure as feedback. Let's be honest, no one likes failing. But here's the secret most millionaires understand deeply. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of success. Rohn said, failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated daily. By analyzing your setbacks as valuable lessons rather than permanent defeats, you refine your approach continuously, becoming smarter, wiser, and ultimately wealthier. So ask yourself, how do you currently handle failure? Do you let it discourage you, or do you actively use it to fuel your growth? Mastering this shift can literally change your entire financial trajectory. Jim Rohn believed your ability to learn rapidly from mistakes separates the wealthy from everyone else. Now let's quickly recap the 3 critical money beliefs Jim Rohn insists you must adopt right now. First, money is a tool, not a goal. Shift your focus to the life money enables you to live. Second, your wealth directly reflects the value you provide. Focus relentlessly on increasing that value. And third, remove subconscious barriers by actively reprogramming your beliefs through affirmations, visualization, intentional growth, and leveraging failures as feedback. Here's a final thought to carry forward. These principles aren't complex, but they're profound. They work when consistently applied. The only question left is, are you willing to adopt these beliefs wholeheartedly and commit to the journey? Because if you do, financial freedom isn't just possible, it's inevitable.